Hey guys, it's Danielle here from the Bass Cast Kayak series. I wanted to take a few minutes tonight to talk with you about our point standings and our championship weekend that's coming up in September. Now, I'd like to remind you that our rules state that we count your best 5 out of 7 events towards the points. So your worst 2 points events are thrown out. For those of you who might have missed an event or registered for an event but weren't able to submit fish, that's great news for you because that means those zeros and ones end up getting dropped out of your score. So let's take a look at what our points looked like the last time we published them. These are the points that were published after the last event on the Maury and James River just a couple of weeks ago. You can see the points race is very tight and these numbers are very close. However, because we've already fished 6 events, we know that we can drop one of the lowest scores for our folks who have already fished all 6 of those events. So I'd like to show you what the updated points look like now. These ones highlighted in yellow indicate that they are scores that were dropped. So this was this individual's lowest score. If you have more than 1 0, I've already highlighted both of them as they both end up being dropped scores. For those of you who are not fishing this Saturday, then you would have another 0, and that one could be dropped if you didn't already have to. For these guys here, you can see that it did change our standings just slightly. It now means that Jonathan and Ryan are tied for first place, and Chris Gibson is very close behind them, only 10 points behind. But even more scary than that for them is that James and Jesse are very close behind them as well. So this weekend's event is going to make a big difference in what happens in our points race. And of course, because the top 3 anglers in points battle it out during our championship to be named Angler of the Year and win a kayak from our title sponsor, Journey Outdoors, it's pretty exciting to see how close this points race is. Now let's talk about championship weekend. September 17th and 18th is when we'll be having our championship events. Now I'd like to first apologize if I confused anyone and you thought that our championship was a 2-day event. I'll admit I was a little bit confused about it myself because that was planned before I was on board as the tournament director. But we've got it all figured out, and I want to make sure that you guys have a good understanding of what's happening too. So on September 17th, and please note that is a changed date. Originally, this weekend was scheduled on Labor Day weekend, so we did move it to September 17th and 18th. September 17th is going to be our championship event for this season. And that's when all of our anglers who have qualified for the event by fishing 4 or more events this season can come together to battle it out for the championship win. During that event is also when our top 3 in points will be vying for the title of Angler of the Year. Now on September 18th is when we will be having a tournament of champions. And that's where we're inviting all of our winners of past tournaments since we started this in 2020 to join us and battle it out for a winner-take-all style tournament with a $50 entry fee. So first of all, for our championship on the 17th, how do you know if you qualified? Well, let's take a look at that points list again. You might have been wondering when we looked at it before, what are all of these colors about? Well, that's how you can tell whether you have qualified for our championship or not. These folks who are highlighted in orange already have qualified by fishing 4 or more events this season. If you are highlighted in blue, you are what I like to call on the bubble. And that means you fish 3, you need to fish 1 more in order to qualify. You only have 1 more chance, and that's this Saturday on the Shenandoah River. Now, if you do want to qualify for our championship, but you're not able to come out to the Shenandoah this Saturday, you do have the option of registering for the event, but not attending, as that still counts towards the number that you need in order to qualify for the championship. Both the championship and the Tournament of Champions, by the way, are on Bugs Island and Kerr Lake. It's the same lake. Half of it's in Virginia and half's in North Carolina. It's a place that we've not had an event before for the kayak series, so we're excited to be going down there and having a good time on Bugs Island Lake. And as I said before, to qualify for the Tournament of Champions, you had to have won an event previously with us. So here's the list of folks who have done so. Brandon Overstreet, Robert Clements, Jesse Pingalilly, Jonathan Graham, Dennis Toms, Josh Mutters, Jan Lopez, Victor Hendricks, James Stanley, Bruce Deal, Justin Largan, Jacob Stevens, Adam Flint, and Troy Wines. And of course, we'll be adding another winner to that list on Saturday. We hope all of these people will be able to join us for our event on September 18th. If you have any questions or need any more information about any of these events, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. You can send me a message on social media or email me at basscastkayak@gmail.com. For those of you who are fishing with us this Saturday, don't forget your captain's meeting on Friday at 8 p.m. via YouTube Live. For the rest of you that I'm not going to see on Saturday, I do hope that I get to see you soon. I wish you all the best. Everybody stay safe out there.